Portugal, a gentle gem on the western edge of Europe. Here, the air carries the salt of Atlantic, the stone-paved streets shine under the sun, and the small cafe tucked into corners. You can always find warmth and a human connection. On this land, they seem to move more slowly, inviting you to get lost without worry and to discover everything at your own pace. And for us, the journey begins in Porto, a city that breathes alongside its river. So first day in Portugal, we have Burger King, which is not actually in our plan. It's nice. It's quite spacious, and we also have our own kitchen that we can cook here. And it's a very small balcony that you can sit outside. I don't know why this building look pretty old and oh my goodness. St. Bento railway station, built in 19th century, is one of Porto's most iconic landmarks. What captures the eyes most here are the blue and white tile murals covering the walls. The station is decorated with around 20,000 tiles in total, which is really amazing. This style of blue and white tile art, known as azulejos, is unique to Portugal and Spain. And each tile tells its own story. Even though we couldn't fully grasp the meaning behind every scene, it was enough to keep us wondering and admiring for an hour inside the station.所以我们两个现在在一个不知名的一个教堂。It's beautiful. It's beautiful, right?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Because we got to Porto pretty late on our first date, so we just wandered around a little. The next morning, we set off to Braga, one of Portugal's oldest historic cities. This sanctuary was first built in the 14th century and underwent several expansions and reconstructions. The current main church in neoclassic style dates from the late 18th to the early 19th century. Okay, so this steps has a 577, ascending the hill in zigzag. So you can see the step has features like this. Still far away to go. Its famous zigzagging staircase winds up the hillside, with chapels, fountains, and statues along the way, guiding pilgrims step by step toward the church at the top. We're almost there. Climbing all 577 steps is not just a physical journey, but also a symbolic one, a path of reflection and elevation. And once you reach the summit, the view over Braga makes every step worthwhile. Stella is really tired now after climbing.
Of course.
Of course. The scenery here is quite beautiful. You can almost see the city of Braga from a distance. Okay, it's pretty hot, so we're sitting here and enjoy the ice cream. Yes. Now it's like a 23 degree, but under the sun it feels like 30 degree, which is pretty crazy. And both of us, we are so tired. 所以就来这边吃个冰淇淋，然后看怎么样，待会再继续逛一下这样子。Good. This place is just perfect for slowing down and taking it easy. That's the thing about traveling in Portugal. It feels like time moves a little slower here. Oh, by the way, there's also a funicular here, the funicular that bombed Jesus, built in 1882. It's one of the oldest water-powered funiculars still in operation in the world. So the way it works is simple. Water is added to the carriage at the top to make it heavier. As it descends, it pulls the lower carriage up. So once it reaches the bottom, the water is released, and the circle starts all over again and again.
What's our plan now? I'm hungry.
I think maybe we can keep walking, see if there's any restaurant nearby. Yeah. Because this is pretty busy here, so must have some restaurant we can get it.
We need to buy some
Candy. When it comes to food, you definitely can miss Portugal's take on deluxe sandwich, the francesinha. It's one of the city's most iconic dishes. A cheese-covered sandwich soaked in rich sauce, absolutely indulgent. But doubting is always a problem for tomorrow, so yeah, that's just it.
Good?
Sehr gut. Sehr gut. And of course, pastel de nata. Really nice.
Yes.
So we almost have these
day.
things every day. Yes, it's almost every day. How do you feel?
Good?
Is it good? Aveiro, often called the Venice of Portugal, is a charming coastal city known for its canals. Colorful boats called Molicelo. With its relaxed pace and picturesque streets, Aveiro is the perfect place to slow down and enjoy Portugal's coastal charm. We are now taking a boat in Aveiro.
Mercadorias, sendo a principal. Hoje apenas utilizamos o barco para o turismo. This boat is a mercantile. The mercantile in the past used the transport to salt and the merchandising, and now just a tourism boat. Là-bas, ancien, nous avons marché de poisson. Over there we have an old fish market. Aquele edifício era.
所以我们现在到了这个彩色的房子这边，它这边很多一排的房子，都是这种五颜六色的，很多人在这边拍照。You're excited?
but it'll do you right and set you free the way a lie never will, like climbing up the steepest hill.
In the old town of Guimarães, there is an ancient stone wall with an inscription in Portuguese that reads "Portugal was born here." So we are finally now in Guimarães. Okay, now we see this. The word is this city's landmark, and it reflects the importance of role and price of the Portugal history. Yes, Guimarães is known as the birthplace of Portugal because the country's first king was born here. And in the 12th century, he found the kingdom of Portugal in this very place, which is why Guimarães holds such an important role in the nation's history and culture. You can imagine how excited I was to be here because it's another place filled with a medieval vibe, and I absolutely love it. This one's also pretty nice. I feel like no matter where you go, everything here, it's all like a historical landmark.
There's a cat. Oh,
Oh, it's cat? So then I say there's a cat behind us. On the historical street of Guimarães, we saw the little cat sleeping peacefully, like even time and slow down. The church we are now is part of UNESCO Heritage Site. It dates back as early as the 10th century, and its name comes from the ancient olive tree that stands in the square in front of it. This place is not only a religious landmark, but also a cultural and historical symbol, bearing witness to Portugal's journey from the Middle Age to becoming a kingdom. And of course, many tourists drink coffee here, looking at the church and olive trees, and feeling the medieval vibe here. You know, I really like coming to a place like this. So every time I see these ruins, I'm instantly pulled back to the feeling of hundreds of years ago, and then I imagine what it was like when I was standing where I am now. It's so interesting. Like this Guimarães castle, so the moment you step inside, it feels like you're pulled back to the 10th century and watching them defend against the Moors and the Vikings. But also the funny thing is, I also think about the Ghent of Dragon Quest. It's a little bit pity because we were unable to enter the central tower because it was under renovation. And in the city of Guimarães, not only the medieval architecture attracted us, but also the enthusiasm of the people here. This is the group of people we made singing on the way back. I love the warmth of the Portuguese people, and I love their attitude toward life. You can sense their slow living spirit from the aroma of coffee on the street corner and feel their appreciation for the present moment in their lively dances. This sense of ease and optimism slowly rubs off on you too, teaching you slow down and truly savor life.
no, it's good time. There's no crowd. Oh, I'm sorry.
We return to Porto, a city full of soul and stories. The beauty of Porto feels so natural. You don't have to go out of your way to find it. You will see the red rooftops, the Douro River, and the golden light at sunset. Wandering through its street and alley is such a delight. And all the little things here will make you fall in love with this city. Sometimes I hear friends say that wandering around cities is boring. There are no majestic natural landscape, no breathtaking canyons, and also no beautiful mountains and oceans. But to me, a city is like a living museum, constantly drawing me in to explore. So in its corners, I can touch history, experience culture, and feel the warmth of its people. And Porto has given me an unforgettable experience of life and romance. This is also one of the best places to experience Portuguese culture. Walking into Belgium market feels like stepping straight into the daily life of Porto. Stalls filled with the fresh fish, colorful fruits, and friendly vendors welcoming you. There's no overdone tourist polish here, just the most authentic rhythm and flavor of the city. Good? This isn't a Hogwarts library, but a bookshop filled with a magical vibe. The most famous feature is the spiral staircase in the middle. Most people come not just to browse books, but to snap a photo here. And of course, we couldn't miss Porto's sunset. One of the most romantic spots in the city is the Louis I Bridge, where golden light spills over the Douro River, the red rooftops along the banks, and the slow-moving boats. Everything turns poetic.
真的找不到位置可以坐，于是我跟 Stella 找了另外一个制高点。If you wanna sit here.
We arrived a bit late and couldn't get a spot on the side of the bridge, so we crossed to the other side and it turned out to be even higher with an even better view. It felt like we had stumbled upon a hidden gem. That's the beauty of city travel. Unexpected surprises often happen outside the plan. We don't always need to follow a fixed itinerary. Just explore with an open heart, and every city will reveal something new. Like standing here on this bridge, watching the sunset over Porto, it's the kind of moment that makes you fall in love with the rhythm of this city.
You can check
at home, okay?
So Stella wants to eat 挂包.